We've just landed on the Mornington Peninsula for What's Good in the Hood, and I'm starting off this eating adventure with this very delicious Johnny Wright pie, standing in a lavender field. How good's this? Johnny Wright Pie started as a little bakery. They've now got like 2 or 3. They stock about 55 places, and word on the street is apart from the really good pies, they also do possibly Australia's best vanilla slice. We are at Montalto Estate, one of the area's premier vineyards, where they also grow a lot of olives for olive oil. And then Matt Wilkinson's also cooking here, a chef of adventurous repute.
G'day, Matt Wilkinson here, Culinary Director at Montalto Vineyard. What we're well known for here is our 4 acres of kitchen gardens on our 100 acres of amazing Chardonnay and Pinot growing country. Today you're going to be having some Victorian grass-fed lamb leg, slow cooked over the fire, macadamia cream, and then a last season's pine mushroom XO and herb sauce.
That XO made on last year's pine mushrooms, so delicious, so like big umami flavour. And the macadamia cream really just like tempers all of that like super duper richness. Actually, one of the things that has been kind of remarkable is the fact that you can be in this really scrubby wine environment and then pop out the other side and you're suddenly on the water. And I think that really does something to the flavour of the wine here and the way that things grow. It's pretty unique. That is a whole family of crabs, like making their way around the ocean floor.
My name's Nick, I'm the head chef here at Audrey's at the Continental in Sorrento, a seafood coastal restaurant based here in Sorrento, Victoria. Today we're going to be cooking a Wagyu rump cap from David Blackmore's in Alexandria, Victoria. 9-score Wagyu, we have a potato terrine, sauce bordelaise and some local fresh herbs.
I'm looking forward to this for hours. Grade 9 Wagyu is always one of those things that's like, you have it and it just fills your whole mouth, and it's so silky and delicious and rich and smooth, and it's just the most wonderfully luxurious meat. Here we are at the Portsea Hotel, and from the outside it's like this kind of like crazy haunted Tudor mansion, but then when you walk through you're suddenly greeted by these massive bay windows that overlook the peninsula, beautiful ocean views, and then this really, really wonderful hamburger. And so the outside and the inside are 2 completely different things, which make it very, very cool. And we snuck in a steak for good measure, which was also delicious.
Bonjour, I'm Kirsty Duche and this is Le Cabezon. Welcome to Portsea.
Their specialty French pastries, beautiful pies. They've got a little mini grocery in there as well, and they've become the toast of the morning swimmer crowd, which I think is particularly cool. So we've just been to Osteria Tedesca, which was just mind-blowing. I'd been wanting to go for such a long time, and to finally see the work that Brigitte Hafner is doing there with this all-female team, so all lady chefs, a lady horticulturalist doing the garden. It was just mind-blowing. It was this 10-year project, and they are just killing it in terms of the produce they're serving, the incredible wood fire cooking they're doing. The vibe in there is so warm and inviting, like you just don't want to leave. So we had these incredible local lamb cutlets, which were so delicate and rich and sweet all at the same time, with these hand-hewn polenta cakes.
think this is actually the best lamb cutlet I've ever had in my life.
You really can't beat that for a weekend lunch.
Seriously though guys, eat. Cool. Just grab a chop. It's so good.
One of the most interesting things about the Mornington is the fact that there are so many tiny little differences between each of the towns you visit. And so it's this kind of noisy mix of all of these different elements that really pull it all together as an area. You could see something different every 5 minutes if you really wanted to. So Foxys Hideout is another example of just this little slice of Mornington heaven. Just come down off a dirt road and all of a sudden you're greeted by this beautiful open plan space with fantastic Pinot Noir, rolling hills, and then these really delicious spicy little meatballs with yogurt sauce. Kind of worth the trip in themselves. We're at Montalto Creek Estate this afternoon, about to sit down for a bit of lunch. I am told there's a really amazing magra lamb tortellini with butter sauce and jus. And I'm also really excited to try this beef short rib, sheer wagyu, with a sort of a pepper sauce. And there's nothing better than pepper steak in my book, so if it's done with short rib, all the better. So I've just spent the last few days on the Mornington Peninsula, an area I've never been to before. And once again, it's like you're greeted by this other part of Australia that is unlike anything else that we have. So many tiny little wineries, so many fantastic chefs, such a beautiful landscape that is like altogether scrubby and coastal, yet rich. And then somehow it's also wine country at the same time. So it really does have this very specific terroir. Just look at this. It's just, it really is its own incredible world. And that's what's good in the hood.